the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Open man is Duvernay. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Ravens at 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on second down. Jackson looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Looking to throw. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run.
Jackson on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get back to score.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's caught, Beckham. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and goal. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a
comes right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they'll accept that penalty. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly have success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Play action. It's Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Jackson will throw again. Complete to Likely. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll get it inside the 35. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having a
rush coming, and he's taken down. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the Colts now down on the score. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Baltimore, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing.